Hi there, this is Chris from PC Gamer. We've had access to XCOM Enemy Unknown for a while, and I've been playing the game on classic difficulty in Ironman mode almost exclusively. If you're not aware, Ironman means that you can't reload a save if you screw up. Deaths are permanent, and it essentially turns the game into an incredibly long, incredibly tough roguelike. Playing Ironman is a bit like one of those dreams where you're flying a plane or performing surgery with zero training, prepared to feel like you're completely underqualified and in great danger of screwing everything up for everyone. Prepared to watch your veteran soldiers die, prepared to watch your veteran soldiers miss spectacularly and die, prepared to watch whole squads of soldiers miss spectacularly and die. Prepare for Australia to stop talking to you. Not gonna lie, I've still not beaten the game on this mode, but I have played the opening couple of hours of the campaign dozens of times, and I've figured out a few things. In this guide I'll be running you through what you need to know to get the best possible start, if not how to actually save the world. First off, disable the tutorial. It's scripted and it guarantees that you come out with 1 promoted soldier and 3 dead soldiers. If you play the alternative starting mission well, however, you can come out with 3 or 4 promotions, which is vastly superior. If you screw up the starting mission, it's actually worth starting again and trying it over because, what have you got to lose at that stage? Secondly, where to build your base. This is tricky. I tend to alternate between Asia and Africa. Asia's reduction in officer school and foundry costs allows you to get useful upgrades like increased squad size and double strength med packs much faster, but Africa gives you more money across the board. Finance is a premium on Ironman mode in general, and it's rare that you get any kind of flexibility, so Africa might be the better choice overall, particularly if you're struggling in the first few months before the foundry becomes even relevant. As a general rule, you want to play missions incredibly cautiously, with rookies in particular as they're inaccurate and they tend to freak out and run away or shoot each other if bad things happen. If there are no enemies in sight, my preferred approach is to move the 2 rearmost soldiers into overwatch positions, then creep the forward units ahead only a very slight amount. The idea is that if you reveal a pack of aliens, you'll hit them straight away with overwatch, whereas normally they'll dash for cover and you'll then have to chase them. Remember that if you can see an alien, they can see you, and it only takes a tiny amount of bad luck to lose a soldier forever. If in doubt, back off, out of range, and let them come to you. Even if you don't kill them with overwatch, you've bought yourself time to maneuver other troops into position, unless you're really sure it's not worth taking a risk. If enemies clump together, use grenades or rockets. The scientist lady will yell at you, but, and he may delay some research, but the veteran troops are of prime resource and kills mean experience, and frankly it's worth taking out 2 or 3 sectoids with 1 grenade and lose the weapon bonus than, lose squads later on. If, for example, you've got a guaranteed grenade or rocket kill lined up, take pot shots with your other troops just in case you get lucky, but don't hold back if the worst comes to the worst. The same applies when training rookies. If your veteran assault can dash in and get a guaranteed kill, it may still be worth letting the new guy take a shot in case he makes that 25% hit and levels up as a result. The moment you return to base after the first mission, the first time you get access to the base, buy 1 med pack and 1 satellite. Satellites are far and away one of the most useful items in the game because they reduce panic and they give you money every month, but they take ages to build, almost a whole month, about 20 days at first, so start 1 right away. But don't buy more equipment, like med packs or scopes, than you need. In the early missions, 1 is enough, so just buy 1, and if your support gets injured, pass that med pack to someone else. You don't need 2, don't waste the $25. And it's a toss-up whether you research weapons or armor first. You've got about time to get to either laser weapons or carapace armor before the first terror mission, but having played it a lot, I think weapons are the better choice. You will lose troops regardless, and laser rifles give your rookies a chance to kind of even the playing field a bit with more veteran soldiers. Likewise, careful positioning and playing smart means you might not take any damage at all, which means armor's useless, whereas alien health will ramp up pretty quickly and you'll want the weapons to match. Start saving for a satellite uplink straight away, and don't bother wasting money digging down into your base unless you have been lucky with the positioning of your steam vents and there's one right below you, because that extra power will come in handy. Do all of the UFO missions you can, because the resources will really help, but don't play chicken with the outsider that spawns in each ship. If in doubt, just blow him up and get out. As for the abduction missions, when you have a choice, go for the easier missions. It may be tempting to go for something very difficult, but if you lose your entire squad, that's a huge chunk of money and experience gone forever. As for rewards, you really want engineers and money. Engineers are necessary to build almost every item in the game, and you need money to actually pay for it, whereas scientists and veteran troops are kind of a luxury. Really go for those engineers and go for the money. The only alternative is if they're both really difficult missions. And there are 2 schools of thought about who you should send on those early missions. Do you send all rookie squads constantly to kind of get a broad base of more experienced soldiers, or do you send the same guys out to go straight up the ranking tree straight away? There are pros and cons to both, but I really recommend sending the same squad a few times at first, because officer school upgrades are tied to how veteran individual soldiers are, so you want to shoot some guys straight up the path to colonel really quickly. This particularly applies to support, because their ability to use med packs 3 times will come in hugely handy. Also, snipers with squad sight, and later on opportunist, who can really cover big areas of the map. That's incredibly useful for playing carefully and mitigating any damage and wiping out aliens before they've had a chance to kill your closer range troops. By the time the first terror mission rolls around, it's worth swapping out grenades for scopes. Grenades do 3 damage flat, which isn't great against zombies and chrysalids, or basically any other alien with more than 3 health. Scopes, however, will help you make Overwatch shots, and that can save lives when chrysalids appear from nowhere. Or not. Finally, if it's going to hell, run away. If it means saving best troops, it's worth it. Sorry, India. Hopefully this has been helpful. Good luck, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos from PC Gamer.